Girl, you weren't loud, you weren't mean, you were just pretty, and that was enough for them to label you. If you've ever felt like you had to explain yourself just to be taken seriously, or like people already decided who you were before you said a single word, girl, I want you to know that you're not imagining it. You're not being dramatic. You're experiencing the emotional cost of being pretty. Because when the world sees your beauty first, they often don't care to look deeper. They create a story around your face, and then suddenly you're being treated based on a version of you that doesn't exist. She's stuck up, she's fake. You know, you've heard it, that she's an attention seeker. She's probably mean, she's probably stuck up. I know she probably thinks she's better than everybody in this room. But the truth is that you can be soft spoken and still be called a bitch. You can be generous and still be called manipulative. And you can be called lonely and still be called too much. And the worst part is, if this happens enough times, you start to believe them. You become hyper aware of how you speak, how you move, how you dress, and you shrink your light just to make people feel safe around it. You stop trusting your own vibe and you start performing a version of approachable that feels nothing like you. So here's what's really happening. You have learned to internalize appearance-based projection. People projected their insecurities onto your image, and now you're carrying the weight of reputations that were never yours to begin with. So let's change that. Start by separating who you are from how you're perceived. Perception is not truth, it's someone else's lens, and you don't need to explain your softness. You don't need to apologize for your glow. And most importantly, you don't have to overcompensate to prove that you're a good person. The truth is, they judged you before they even met you, and that says a lot more about them than it ever will about you. The lesson is to start rebuilding. Trust yourself, affirm your identity and not your image, because you're here to be digestible and you're here to be you. Pretty is not the problem. The problem is the people who confuse your looks with your worth. So let them talk. You live.